Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another reading of the Bible. We are in Daniel. So I'm going to read the intro here from my King James Bible, and then we'll read chapter 1. Daniel's life and ministry bridged the entire 70-year period of Babylonian captivity. Deported to Babylon at the age of 16 and handpicked for government service, Daniel becomes God's prophetic mouthpiece to the Gentile and Jewish world, declaring God's present and eternal purpose. 9 of the 12 chapters in his book revolve around dreams, including God-given visions involving trees, animals, beasts, and images. In both his personal adventures and prophetic visions, Daniel shows God's guidance, intervention, and power in the affairs of men. The name Daniel, or Daniel, I may be mispronouncing those, so I believe those are Jewish, means God is my judge, or the Hebrew words. And the book is, of course, named after the author and principal character. The Greek form Daniel in the Septuagint is the basis for the Latin and English titles. Okay? Chapter 1. In the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. This is Nebuchadnezzar the second, actually. Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem and besieged it. The Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into that's Nebuchadnezzar, into Nebuchadnezzar's hand with part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his God, small g, and he brought the vessels into the treasure house of his God. That's Nebuchadnezzar's God. The king, Jehoiakim, spoke unto that could be Nebuchadnezzar. The king spoke to Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel and of the king's seed, that's the children, and of the princes or governors, children in whom was no blemish, but well-favored, skillful in all wisdom, cunning in knowledge, understanding science. Interesting, the word science is in there. Understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. The king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat, and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now among these were the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince, the governor, or the leader of the eunuchs, gave names, Babylonian names. For he gave unto Daniel the name of Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah Shadrach, to Mishael Meshach, and to Azariah Abednego. But Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs, the leader, or it should be the captain of the eunuchs, that he might not defile himself. Now God had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince or captain of the eunuchs. The prince of the captain of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, that's Nebuchadnezzar, who hath appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse liking than the children who are of your sort, other Jewish children? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. Then Daniel said to Melzar, whom the captain of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days. 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat. Let's see, 12, verse 12, pulse. What is pulse? Vegetables. Vegetables. Why do you use the word pulse? Give us vegetables to eat and water to drink. Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee in the countenance of the children who eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them, this Melzar consented to Daniel in this matter, and proved them 10 days. Tested them 10 days, that's a better word. At the end of 10 days, that's a week and 3 days, their countenances appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children who did eat the portion of the king's meat. Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink, and gave them vegetables. As for these 4 children, as Daniel and his friends, God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understandings in all visions and dreams. Now at the end of the days that the king had said he should bring them in, then the prince, the captain of the eunuchs, brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar. The Nebuchadnezzar communed with them, and among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king. In all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers who were in all his realm. Daniel continued even unto the first year of King Cyrus. That's chapter 1, the intro, and chapter 1 to Daniel. I hope you enjoyed it.